when I'm supposed to be dairy-free, can I still eat raw dairy? And the answer is no, you can't. So this is a question from somebody who has cancer, right? And if dairy is driving your cancer, then it doesn't make any difference if it's pasteurized, if it's homogenized, if it's not pasteurized and homogenized. It doesn't also make a difference whether it's cow dairy or goat dairy or sheep dairy. So all of those have the capability of driving cancer and stimulating growth of cancer. So when we tested you to be dairy-free, we test all those dairies. So now this is different. This would be a different question if the person was asking because they don't have cancer and it's not because the dairy is driving the cancer, but if they have a dairy allergy. So if the person did, let's say, a food sensitivity test, let's say they did a Cyrex array for testing for cross reactions to gluten, or array 10. These are testing for casein. And the reason why I like the Cyrex because it does differentiate between different types of dairy. And it differentiates the form of dairy, meaning it might be cow's milk is positive, but cheese you can't eat. So some people that have a casein sensitivity, that's a totally different ball of wax, and they may not react to a certain type of cheese, but they react to another type of cheese, or they react to milk itself. For instance, I know people who can eat goat's cheese. We're not talking about cancer patients. We're talking about people with a sensitivity. They can eat goat's cheese, but they can't eat cow's cheese. It's because the casein is slightly changed and differentiated. The protein itself is different between sources, and the protein can be different and changed and altered when in the cooking process. But that has to do with sensitivities. That has to do with the presence of antibodies to a protein or a peptide, portion of a protein. So when we talk about cancer and what's driving cancer, and I recommend be dairy-free, it doesn't make any difference in raw dairy. It doesn't make any difference what type of dairy, I mean sheep's dairy, goat's dairy, cow's dairy. And a slight caveat to those who sometimes ask this question, are eggs dairy? No, we talk about dairy is coming out of an udder of an animal. So hopefully that clears that up.